What's up, Gooners? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we've got 3 absolutely massive stories today that you need to hear about. Gooners, this is huge news that completely shuts down all the nonsense we've been hearing from certain pundits. BERTA has directly spoken to both Stan and Josh Kroenke about Mikel Arteta's contract situation, and Arsenal Insider has the exclusive details. Sources close to Arsenal Insider understand that BERTA has already discussed a new deal with Arteta himself, and the pair will discuss further details in 2026. But here's the key part. BERTA has been completely open with Stan Kroenke about this, assuring the Arsenal owner that talks will take place next year to avoid any distraction this season. Transfer expert Graham Bailey informed Arsenal Insider that the entire club is completely aligned that a new contract will be deservedly offered to Arteta. Bailey explained, "I am told that BERTA, as you would expect, has everything in hand when it comes to Mikel Arteta. They are in contact regularly and they will sit down when they are ready. BERTA has already confirmed with the club's owners his plans to tie down Arteta, and the whole club are aligned." He continued, "They believe Arteta is special and one of the best coaches in the world, so naturally rivals would look at him. But Arteta is loving what is happening at Arsenal. They are building a dynasty and he is central to it." So let me be crystal clear about what this means. There are no doubts behind the scenes at Arsenal that Arteta is the man to take the club forward. Contract talks are expected to pick up pace in 2026, but the plan is already in place. Now, why is this news so important? Because it completely destroys some of the ridiculous predictions certain pundits have been making. Wayne Rooney said Arteta could be sacked if Arsenal don't win the Premier League this season. He literally said, if they don't win it now, then, you probably see a change of manager if they don't win it now. Tony Cascarino went even further on TalkSport, claiming that Arteta won't survive as manager if the Gunners don't top the table in May. Well, guess what? Arsenal are literally planning to extend Arteta's contract. The Kroenkes have been briefed. BERTA has it all mapped out. The entire club is aligned. So all this talk about Arteta getting sacked if we don't win the title? Complete nonsense. Look, the pressure is real. Arsenal need to win something this season, preferably the Premier League or Champions League. But the idea that Arteta's job is on the line if we finish second? That's media-driven drama, not reality. Arteta is currently under contract until 2028, but Arsenal want to tie him down for even longer. That tells you everything about how much faith the club has in what he's building. They believe he's special, they believe he's one of the best coaches in the world, and they're building a dynasty with him at the centre. This should put an end to all the speculation and all the pressure tactics from certain sections of the media. Arteta's not going anywhere. His future is secure. And now we can all focus on what actually matters, which is winning trophies. Now let's talk about Rodrygo, because this story just got very interesting. Arsenal Insider understands that the Brazilian winger is back on Arsenal's radar after falling out of favour at Real Madrid. Rodrygo has been limited to just 2 La Liga starts under Xabi Alonso this season, and he's subsequently unhappy at the Bernabeu. This is exactly what we talked about in the summer, and now it's actually happening. Arsenal were heavily linked with Rodrygo during the summer transfer window. Mikel Arteta was understood to be convinced by the potential signing. The wide forward would have been a perfect fit for Arsenal's left wing, but the player never pushed for an exit from Madrid, and Real's demands were deemed excessive. So Arsenal pivoted to signing Noni Madueke and Eberechi Eze instead, prioritising increased depth over individual star quality. But now the situation has changed. With Rodrygo clearly surplus to requirements under Alonso, and with Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli's futures somewhat uncertain, Arsenal are monitoring the 24-year-old situation once again. Graham Bailey told Arsenal Insider that the Gunners would certainly consider Rodrygo if he's available on loan, and this is where it gets really interesting. Bailey said Rodrygo is very much back on the radar now. He's wanting out again as he's not playing anywhere near enough football for Real Madrid at the moment. Arsenal are fully aware of what's going on with him, his situation, etc. Then he dropped this bombshell. And if he's available on loan, I just have a gut feeling that Tottenham are going to go for him and Arsenal are going to beat them to the punch again. I think with Martinelli or Trossard potentially leaving next summer, he could be the icing on the cake signing for BERTA. So Bailey's not only saying Arsenal are interested, he's predicting that we'll beat Tottenham to his signature if it comes down to it. That's a bold claim, but given how we beat Spurs to ease in the summer, it's not impossible. Now let's be realistic about Rodrygo's current level. It's difficult to assess how good he actually is right now. He was outstanding between 2021 and 2024, winning Champions Leagues and scoring crucial goals, but he endured a down year last season and hasn't been able to recover since. Looking at his La Liga statistics from 2024-25, his numbers were somewhat average. 30 appearances, 6 goals, 5 assists. His expected goals per 90 was just 0.19, which isn't great for a winger at a top club. But here's the thing, if he's available for a reduced fee or on a temporary loan deal, he's probably worth investing in given the levels he showcased a few years ago. On his day, Rodrygo is world-class. He's proven that in the biggest matches on the biggest stages. Arsenal aren't likely to be actively looking for another attacking player in January, but they may be tempted by a potential market opportunity if it presents itself. And Rodrygo on loan could be exactly that kind of opportunity. If one of Martinelli or Trossard leaves next summer, Rodrygo could slot straight in, and if he rediscovers his form at Arsenal, it could be a win-win for everyone. This is definitely one to watch closely, Gooners. Rodrygo is back on our radar, and if Real Madrid are willing to let him go on loan, Arsenal could absolutely make a move. Alright Gooners, let's talk about something that's got Arsenal fans absolutely raging on social media right now. Brazil are using the Soba Realty Training Centre at Colney over the November international break. And there's one player in particular that supporters are not happy to see. It's good news that Gabriel Magalhaes isn't travelling thousands of miles for international duty. Instead, he's staying close to home, training at Colney and playing at the Emirates with Brazil. That's brilliant for his fitness and recovery. But there's one of Gabriel's teammates who isn't exactly a loved figure in North London. Tottenham striker Richarlison. Haters posted footage from a Brazil training session at Colney on YouTube, and Arsenal fans went absolutely mental in the comments. Let me read you some of these reactions because they're genuinely hilarious. Is there a Tottenham boy on there? Get him off the facilities, please. That boy from that chicken club shouldn't be using our facilities as well. Get Richarlison off our pitch now. Richarlison at Arsenal? After that shirt celebration? Someone call pest control. Ratcharlison on Arsenal training pitch detected. Who let Richarlison in there? Someone kick him out now? No, remove that spoy. I can't even say their team's name. Remove him, he'll give us bad luck. I mean, the passion is real, Gooners. Arsenal fans do not want to see a Tottenham player anywhere near Colney. And honestly, I get it. With the North London derby coming up right after the international break, emotions are running high. But it's not just about Richarlison playing for Spurs. There's actual history between him and Gabriel Magalhaes that makes this even more awkward. Despite being international teammates, Gabriel and Richarlison feel their club rivalry deeply. Back in 2024, after Arsenal's 3-2 win at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the two of them had a confrontation on the pitch. Soon after that match, Richarlison taunted Gabriel on social media. He reposted a video of their confrontation with the caption, "Brazil's first choice striker versus Brazil's last choice CB. Absolutely disrespectful." Richarlison then posted what can only be described as a very unauthentically apology to Gabriel on Instagram. It was petulant behaviour, and Arsenal fans haven't forgotten. So now these two players have to be friends over the international break, training together at Colney, playing together at the Emirates. But in the back of their minds, they both know the North London derby is coming, and any niceties will end the moment that match kicks off. Gabriel Jesus will also be watching Richarlison closely over this international break, trying to steal his spot in Brazil's squad ahead of the World Cup. So there's competition happening on multiple levels here. Look, at the end of the day, it's just international football. Brazil are allowed to use whatever facilities they want, and if that happens to be Arsenal's training ground, then so be it. But you can't blame Arsenal fans for being uncomfortable seeing a Tottenham player, especially Richarlison, using our facilities. The comments are comedy gold, though. Call pest control might be my personal favourite. Arsenal fans never miss when it comes to banter. So there you have it, Gooners. What do you think, Gooners? Are you happy about Arteta's contract situation? Do you want Arsenal to go for Rodrygo on loan? And how do you feel about Richarlison using our facilities? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss an Arsenal update. We've got so much more coming your way. Until next time, Gooners. Come on, you Gunners.